popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing get sent to the devil. Deep been on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the kill. If she gets top of days and I had a good place. Hey, see, I really been popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing get sent to the devil. Deep been on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the skill. If she get time of day and I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot, she can be like a press. Deep be something to turned up off the purse. Boy, I'm solid and stand on with her. See, I really been popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing get sent to the devil. Deep been on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the skill. If she get time of day and I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot, she can be like a press. Deep be something to turned up off the purse. Boy, I'm solid and stand on with her. Ay, I'm popping like corn on the kettle. A line reaching my chain, he get hit with this metal. And first shit, we on the new levels. I put triple D on my back and my foot on the pedal. I'm chasing ciabatta the cheddar. I really know Mexican start, I call all of them hell. We up, you can go check the record, cause lately I really been ballin', I'm feeling like Steph. Sit back, let me teach you a lesson. You run up on big extra plug and get hit with this web. Want the Glock, the AR, or the Wesson, but I still beat up.
All right, we're gonna reminisce a little bit here. We're gonna go back to where all this started. It all started when a fellow walked through our front door named Gary Pelshey, who owns Zfgracing Raceway. He was here to look at suppressors. Shot some, he liked it, bought one, and then from there on we just started kind of hanging out. I used to race a long time ago, race about everything they make. I really like racing stuff, like a lot of people. But I also watch Street Outlaws. I was a fan of that show. I love every bit of that stuff, the drama, the racing, the whatever. Gary called me one day and said, hey, I got Scott Taylor over here. He goes, why don't you come hang out with us? That way you get to meet him. So I said, okay. I went over there. Had Bradley with me. You know, maybe we got to take some pictures with Scott, maybe, you know, post it on our social media stuff to look cool. You know, that's what people do. So Scott would run, he'd cool off, they adjust everything, whatever they're doing. During this downtime, Gary looks at me and says, hey, you want to run that ST? I said, I think I do. So next thing I know, I'm walking towards the ST and Bradley's got his phone out. But anyway, that's pretty much where all this started. Went up there, ran a 14.2, didn't have a clue what I was doing with this thing. It's not a 350 Chevy. So from there on, I decided I wanted to go faster. Started looking at all these tuners. I ended up picking Goose Tune. He advertised a safe tune. And I think that's where a lot of people get crossed up. Yes, it's a safe tune. On that level, they're all gonna be safe. But I picked that one because I'm married and I have a wife, and the word safe felt good about it. Alright, so here we go with Goose Tune, man. We're doing this, doing that. We're getting mods added on, intercoolers, downpipe, Recoil Racing installed all that for us back in the day. And we get down to 12s, and all of a sudden we hit the 11. Then I think we go in, I know by then we're on E50, I believe. Or we switched to E50 right about then, and then we pop in 11.78. That was our fastest time. I could not get below that time no matter what. I was getting very frustrated. Kind of what I'm getting at is we're down here at freaking sea level, like 24 feet above. We're gonna have the best air. So I see somebody post, another Goose guy post 11.4 full weight. I'm stripped down inside, trying to pull this dude into mid-11. So I call bullshit. So I call Winfield and I said, what's the deal? He says, well, they must have had good air, good weather. And I knew right then, being as old as I am, as long as I've raced things, that that wasn't really the answer I wanted. At that time, I had become, you know, Facebook friends with Travis, Ellisor, and all them guys, and you know, everybody shares information on these forums. I get a hold of Adam with Zfgracing. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's where everything changed. So apparently, there's a leaderboard for these STs, drag racing, and all that stuff. I didn't know nothing about it. Goose never told me nothing about it. The problem wasn't really with Winfield. It was a problem that I wanted to go faster, and I don't know why he couldn't get me faster, right? I'm very competitive like most people. Okay, so we switched to Adam, boom, we're talking. He tells me about this list. I look on it and I'm actually on it with Goose. I was the only Goose at the time with 11.78. Hell, there's one on there now. His fastest on there is 11.9. But if you look on that list, like 36 of them are freaking ZFG Racing out of the 50. Look, there's two things here. There's two things here. I mean, there's your drive around tunes, you know, that are salty, and there's guys like me, Travis, and a bunch of us that want to flip and fly. I mean, we're out there breaking hearts with these things. But our first actual draggy hit run with Adam was 11.74, which was 4/100 faster than Winfield's on the track. We're on a road over here with pollen. Our very next revision, I got Bradley with me. We got a couple seats in there. We run 1142 on this draggy. And you can, in this video, we might throw some stuff in there for y'all to hear. You can hear Bradley's excitement. And from there, the next one, I actually had the laptop in there with me. I logged it, was 11:30. So we're cooking, y'all. I mean, just like that, within just a few hours, we're 4/10 faster, 4.5 tenths faster than what we had on Goose. Someone told me that Goose said it was because we got the trans brake. Brother, we weren't using it yet. He didn't even put it on there yet. Also, when I mentioned that to Winfield, he said, well, he's had just as much success flip braking as he did with the launch. And I'm like, okay. And it kind of threw me off because, like I said, I raced a lot of stuff. But when I finally got that launch on there and started running these better times, he said it was because I got the launch. And there was another thing I think Winfield said, that when I told him that I switched, you know, because I wanted to be upfront and honest, you know, I kind of felt guilty. So he said, yeah, Adam's been poaching some of my guys, offering free this, free that. Dude didn't offer me a damn thing free. I paid that amount. I paid. Got my ZFG stuff and went to town, son. That's it. So finally, once we got past this, 11.3, put that trans brake in, we started hitting 11.20s. So it was worth a tenth to me. So from there, we just started breaking records. I think it was 11.19 was my best time at the track. Adam calls and tells me, hey, upload me this stuff. You have the fastest time right now, track time. You're on a record page, whatever. That's when I really learned about it, I believe. So I started looking at that and I'm like, holy cow, well, that's motivation. So I was kind of stuck in this 11-teen phase, 11, 12, 13, up to 18 right in there. And I said, what in the hell? So we actually videoed the launch at the track. So when this thing squats, when that trans brake let off, it was squatted so hard, when it was coming back on that rebound, right when that power was coming in, the rear slick would spin a little bit, and we were catching that. So okay, so what we did then is we done the tune down, that launch tune down a little bit. That helped a little bit, but it was still getting that rebound. So what we did, Adam said, hey, why don't you get these police interceptor shocks? I think that's what's kicked off this whole interceptor craze. But I'm going to tell you right now, I put them in. We broke the team, 11.09. We're on that leaderboard again, even lower. Went back, 11.04, broke it again. Told James Lasky, sorry, I'm going to take a break. We were on one, y'all. It's not over with. I get all that out of my system there. So we're sitting at 11.04 right now. We got the record for factory turbos. We just got this dude updated with the transmission and fuel system. So we're gonna go bust these 10s before too long. We're gonna play this weather situation. We're gonna get them 10s. I'm gonna kind of go through here a little bit, and we took the car over to Midnight Performance. They did our transmission, Manuel. I'm gonna tell you right now, in under 24 hours, they had pulled my transmission out, shoved that whole stage 2 system in there, put it back in, called me the next day, 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that, less than 24 hours when we dropped it off, and said your truck's ready. What we did from there, we had went over to Travis Ellisor, Houston Speed Freaks. We installed the stage 3 injectors and the new fuel pump from Nostra. We still have stock turbos. I do have them put up in the shed. We haven't got to those yet. But when we do, we know we're just going to keep going farther down. But I want to say thank you, Manuel and Mondo, a great dude. Midnight Performance, y'all are a blast, man. They have some fast shit, y'all. And I can't thank Travis, Chris Taki, Adam with ZFG. It's been a great little family to get into. We really keep each other excited, man. Keep each other pumped. We're sharing information. We're actually doing things for the community. People don't realize how much we beat up these cars just to share that information with people so they don't have to. We literally buy things 2 or 3 times. Fortunately, I'm lucky enough I can do that stuff. Travis, we just watched him ruin a product trying to make something fit. And then I know he had a lot of money in that dude, more than 1,000, that's all I'm gonna say. Just trying to bring something to the SD community. But you know, this all goes back to people that sit on a computer and run their mouths about, you know, like Travis, you know, installing something, making fun of him or whatever, something negative. And that's horseshit, guys. This dude's in here doing things, and he tells you he's not professional. He's not claiming to be. But that dude is doing things for this community. He's developing products. He's doing install videos. They helped me. They helped a lot of people. You read these forums, that dude's on there. Ask Travis. Ask Travis. That's all you see. I mean, how awesome is that? There's a simple fella right there in Texas. Laid back dude. He's got to be dealing with all this stuff. And Travis has got this little boy that's like a little Texas tornado. I'm not going to say his name on camera, but that dude is everywhere fast. And if you watch his videos, you'll know who I'm talking about. And cool little kid. We bonded a little bit right there. He was throwing stuff at me, so he must have liked me. So anyway, all in a nutshell, if you want the most out of your car, out of your ST, the most, Adam with ZFG. If you want a safe tune, if you want to follow that word, well then they're all safe at that higher level, less horsepower level. They're all going to be safe. You know, they're all going to have transmission issues at some point when you start running this kind of stuff. So you're not going to go wrong with Winfield if you want to drive around town and play at the track a little bit. You're not going to go wrong with Adam whatsoever, or probably the liver one. I don't know how to pronounce that. That word scares me. But and there's probably a few other ones I don't even know about that are still pretty good too. But all in all, if you want the most out of that dude, you want to run your fastest times at the track, ZFG has proven to me that we're the best. So anyway, we got to thank Travis Ellisor with Houston Speed Freaks. I mean, if y'all need anything with the ecoboost community, support this dude. Awesome guy, very helpful guy. Midnight Performance, check them out, watch their videos as well. Dude, actually Manuel told me to start telling people about they are going to start doing the 10R60 transmissions, not only the 10R80s. 10R60s now. If it's from Midnight, it's going to fly. Also, any other tuners want to bring their best, fastest guys? It, let's do this. Let's race these dudes. Let's find out who's really the fastest. Mod for mod, let's do it. Right here. I'll race any motherfucker right now. I'm not doing nothing right now. Call me. I'm out.